Hello, everyone. Today is August 21st, 2024. This is the Kubernetes Data Protection Working Group meeting. 1.31 was released. I have not seen the schedule for 1.32 yet, but I think tomorrow we will start 1.32 planning in the 6th meeting. So for CBT, because we'll just continue. Carl, you want to give an update, the status?
Well, not much change since last time. Daniel actually had some question, Daniel, about the PROW stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a PR in Test Infra
Test infra.
with the PROW jobs. Basically adding our repo to the PROW jobs.
You want to add a link here?
I can. Yeah, let me find it.
Let's see. So you basically, this need reviews?
Yes, need reviews.
Okay.
If there's something I'm missing, if there's something that I did wrong, just describe what I did to get this, to generate these files.
Okay. Okay, so I'll take a look.
Thank you.
Let me assign to myself. Right. All right, so everything else, it's basically just in progress, I guess. All right, so I think this is not, it's already in progress, so we add there. All right. How are we doing with the sidecar car? Is there a PR for that?
I mean, it's still working. I mean, it's still work in progress. We've got, definitely more progress since last week. There's a PR which flushes out the remaining piece, but then we have deployment PR spending out there, and then the end-to-end testing before we can get sanity. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so yeah, so this is moving forward. And so then, are there anything else we want to discuss for SVT? Or that's it?
I think that's it.
Oh, so we actually have some issue, or not really with CPT, but when we so Ben, just for your information. So when we cut the release, right? So we cut the CSI spec release 1.10. That included change. Remember, there was this big PR. Just there were some changes. Okay.
So like the make files and stuff, right?
Yeah. There was a big one. You remember that one, right? We even have the author. So that one is causing some test failures right now. So we are actually still trying to fix them in the sidecar.
Test failures in where?
Okay, so let's see. I think so that PR, I think it added some new, it's like more like internal fields than, because it was not exported, it was causing some failures in the sidecar. So I think Yang is actually trying to fix it. I still need to check the status, but I can show you that.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm trying to figure out like how we didn't catch this, and is it
Yeah.
should we revert the original change, and then do another
But
release that's
another
fixed,
release?
and then figure out how to fix this release, or can we fix it
So
forward?
let's take a look. So Yang is trying to, so he has this work in progress PR. He's trying to, but I think this is still work in progress. So it's not done. It's still going to take some time. So
Okay.
Here. He filed an issue. Let's see what he does. He filed an issue. So this one, maybe we should just follow up on the here. Okay. All right, good. So he has this issue here. Okay, let me actually put this one in our link so you can take a look. So next time we need to, maybe, I don't know what we need to do to catch this type of error. Probably need to think about that. We kind of find out late. So let me put it in, okay, here.
Yeah, if you can link the issue, I'll take. I don't understand what the underlying
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
is, but
it's
I'll be happy to
looking.
take a look.
Yeah, CSI spec 1.10 issue. Okay, so it's here. Let me highlight this one for you, so this way you can, get a chance, you can take a look. So, right, so put it in here, and it's in the CSI spec. So now
Issue 570.
should be
I'll
easy
take a
to
look.
find. Yeah, he opened the issue here, so it's good. So this way it's easier to see. So he actually explained exactly what is the problems. And then he's trying to fix it right now. So let's see what else. Okay, let's look at this one. Broken set.
I'm open to reverting the original change temporarily until we can sort it out if it's a bad enough problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's we can read this first and see how long it's going to take for him to fix those tests. Then we can make a decision. Maybe tomorrow we can, in the 6:30 meeting, we can, if we have time, we can.
Yeah, I was going to say this isn't exactly appropriate material for data protection.
Yeah. Or the CSI, or the we also have the CSI spec stand up.
I missed the CSI spec meeting last week because I was on vacation. But
right,
we could do it in Xing storage.
Yeah, we can do that. Or if you want to join we also have the CSI spec has meetings. I mean, not CSI, not that community meeting. We have Kubernetes CSI. We have some meetings, right? It's
when is that meeting?
It's right after this one. This is like, it's more like a stand-up type of meeting. So we could talk about that one there if you do you have enough time?
At what time Eastern?
10. So right now it's
10? It's already noon.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at, okay, I was talking about PST time. Okay, sorry, I'm getting myself confused. Okay, the PST time is 10, so it's 1. So our time.
Yeah.
So Eastern time.
I have conflicts, which is why I don't go to that meeting.
So then we can talk about that at 6:30 minutes. Okay, I would just add something. But otherwise we can also chat, right? Just offline somewhere, and then so
sure.
But otherwise we have another one, which is next Monday at 1. Are you available? That just if we have not resolved this, get this resolved by then.
Maybe.
Okay. No, I can ping you and see. Yeah. That, I mean, because tomorrow 6:30 meeting, I also don't know if we have a lot of time, but we will see. We can. There could be a few issues we need to go over 6:30 meeting, right? So if we don't have enough time, then maybe next Monday's CSI meeting we can talk about that. There's Kubernetes CSI stand-up meeting, right? The 1 o'clock our time. You used to join that one. That's the same kind of stand-up meeting, yeah. But okay, I can pin you on that, and then let's see. Then you can have a chance to read this, because this is it's actually, take a look and see why it's broken, and then see how we can catch this in the future. Okay. All right, so that's this one. Okay, so now let's move on to the next topic, which is the moving volume group snapshot to beta. So right now, there is a ETU test. So I think I have some question about this one, but I think this one I need to, I need to ask somebody else. But for this one, now, I do have a question for you, Ben, for this. I know we discussed that we need to have vendor, right? More vendor to implement this or do a POC. Now, how do you validate that one? So So if you look at this one, so we discussed this one, right? In a few meetings. So we said that we wanted to have another vendor at least do a POC. So we know that Infinidat, they're doing a POC. And we also know Alibaba. Did you have that? Okay, yeah. Alibaba has that. So how do you want to validate that? Saying, hey, we do have two vendors. What do you consider that's accepted as a
Yeah. I mean,
that's the question here. I guess they can talk. They already say they're doing that. But do you want to see some exam? I don't know. They need to have something public that we can see or something. Or I'm not sure how. Alibaba might be. If they have the driver, I think they have the driver is in the GitHub. So if they have some like a PR out, or how do you want? I guess the question is.
I mean, my thinking is just what we want is to know that the vendors aren't going to come back later and say, hey, this doesn't work, right? So if there was a written record from someone who represents the vendor and their CSI driver that says, like, we have tried this and we are happy with the design exactly as it is. That's really what we're looking for, right? Is just a written record that says this is perfect, right?
Okay.
We've kicked the tires and we don't want to see a change. Because then later if they come back and say, like, hey, actually we want to make a bunch of changes, we can be like, no, you said no, you said you were cool with this.
Yeah. So okay, so if we just have them, we can put some record in either in the 6:30 meeting or in this meeting, and then if they agreed that's what they have done, then would that be good or what?
As far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Okay.
We just worry that if we rush to beta, someone will show up at beta and say, like, hey, actually this doesn't work for me and we want you to change it a bunch. And so having a record of multiple vendors saying this is fine, reduces that possibility. I mean, there's always a chance that some other vendor will show up and say, hey, we want changes, and we can be like, you guys are late to the party. We already have a bunch of vendors who say this is fine.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So we can, we'll just check with them. I think looks like Alibaba case, I think they already have something. Infinidat is work. I think they are work in progress. So we can check with them later and see where they are with it. Yeah. Because I see the person we implementing that feature for Infinidat, he has been asking questions. So it's good. It is current. Okay. And the other question, I think it's better to decide that in the CSI community sync, which is we kind of talked about when do we move the CSS spec side from alpha to GA, right? Can we do that later? So we can discuss that one. So move Kubernetes side to first.
My feeling is because we don't have beta, we have to move the CSI spec to GA before Kubernetes moves out of alpha.
So, but we have done that for other features. We kind of move that later, right? I think it's is that VAC? We have already done that, right? So it's like.
You mean the Kubernetes feature is beta and it?
Yeah, Kubernetes is already beta that, but So I'm just saying that.
The risk there is that.
I would personally, prefer to, do the other way. So like before we move Kubernetes to GA, then we move CSS back to GA. I mean, of course, we can this feature by feature. So
the risk is that when Kubernetes moves something to beta, they're kind of promising that it won't like suddenly go away. I mean, they're promising it might change, but that the old one will continue to be supported. From a CSI perspective, if something is alpha, like we could remove it at any moment. So it seems dangerous for Kubernetes to move something to beta. Basically, they're just taking a risk, right? They're basically making a bet that we're not going to remove it, and it's probably a safe bet. But we don't have any commitment for something that's alpha to not get removed in a future release. So the safe thing to do is get the CSI spec blessed as GA, so then we know it's not going away. Then move the Kubernetes thing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's possible for CSS Stack to also have a beta phase.
Well,
Maybe
we talked about this back when we introduced the concept of alpha.
Okay.
We said, do we need the whole alpha beta GA thing?
Yeah,
And we
and then
said, well, given that it's just gRPCs, there's no real difference between alpha and beta
Mm,
in practical terms. Like, we can say it's beta, but it would mean the same thing as saying it's alpha. Like, the question is, are we going to commit to keeping it around or not? And that's the GA decision.
okay. So okay, so this is the
I think the real important thing behind alpha was like we need a way to try stuff out that we don't promise to keep around forever. So we could do an experiment and say, okay, that was a bad experiment, we're going to remove it. That's what we got out of the alpha proposal.
right.
Adding it a beta level wouldn't give us anything more than that.
Yeah, but I guess we can always, I mean, since it's all what do you say? The people involved in the CSS spec discussion are also people who are involved in this, Kubernetes.
Yes.
So it's like
we can have an informal agreement that like
Yeah.
we feel that this is beta and
Yeah.
that we don't intend to remove it or change it.
Yeah.
But that's not formal.
Yeah. So okay, so we probably should make a decision next sync on that part. Okay, so I think that's so I think the main two thing is one is E2 test, the other one is the vendor side, and then the big decision whether we this part, so we can decide discuss again next CSI sync. Sync. Decision. Hopefully we can make a decision for this. So for this one, how do you validate? Just two vendors acknowledge.
I mean, like an email thread that they replied to would probably be the ideal written record.
Yeah, email. I think normally it's if they're in the meeting, right? They're in the meeting. If they are fine, then we have those documented there, right? That should be.
Yeah, but going back and finding like a note in a meeting agenda is difficult. Like having an email record.
Not emails. I think I found the 630 that mailing list is actually hard for me because you can just search. That you can search for volume group snapshot. You can search for in Infinidad. Well, you just search volume group snapshot. You can find those discussions, right?
The key is that it's searchable, so that in the future, when Infinidad comes back and says we want to change the API, we can go find the message that says no. You said you were happy with the API. That's the only thing I think.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have it here today. Are there any other topics folks want to go over? Oh, I think last time, Ben, you were out, right? Last meeting, right? You were out. So I think Dave brought up some potential future topics.
Who brought up?
Oh, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah. So white paper, write another white paper for best practices, and there are some other, other potential topics. Are you okay with those?
If you have any more ideas, and we can probably put things to a vote. I think Xing and I are getting ready for doing the deep dive at KubeCon in November, and so we want to have like some new and exciting stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, so I have one piece of good news. I found someone here at Google to help with the force detach work.
Oh,
He started doing some prototyping, and it's going to help me write the KEP.
Oh, okay.
So
Should we put that on here?
That one is probably not really data protection, right? That one is not really data protections.
I would not categorize it exactly as data, but it's data protection adjacent. It's like high availability.
Yeah, it's more
the same sorts of people tend to care about both.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not strictly data protection thing.
Right. It's in stick storage, but probably not data protection. Yeah, but that's actually awesome. Yeah, that one I know that it's going to be very
It's been sitting around for a long time.
I know, yeah.
But we've been writing stuff and doing research, and now I have someone helping me.
Okay.
Who's really good, and he's really excited about actually fixing it. So
okay, and then he has the time to. That'll be great because that
Well, we'll see about the time, but so far he's been willing to put in some evenings to helping.
I hope it's official, like it's a work. It's an official work, not like it's.
I'm gonna do my best to get it funded.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. So I was wondering, so Dave, I think, can we maybe just start with this one? I think this might be,
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, if people are interested in working on that, I think it's a great thing to, put forward as an initiative.
Yeah, because people, I mean, regularly attend this meeting are here, right? So, I mean, there are other people that are maybe not here today, but I think once we have that in the agenda, then they join, they can also contribute. So, so do you want to start with some outline for, like last time when we did, initially we start with the outline, the people can comment on the, outline first, then we can start to write, right? So first we just decide on the outline of the paper. Do you have time to take a first step at it?
Yeah, I think I can do a swag at that for the next meeting.
All right, awesome. So we just
see if I actually do it, but I think I can.
Well, just add here. Okay. Paper.
I know what I can do. I'll put a sticky note on my monitor.
We'll start to put together outlines of paper. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be something we can talk about, and we can ask for people's input and stuff.
Share in the next meeting. So just
at the next meeting, but also at like at KubeCon.
Oh yeah, that will follow, right? So
yeah.
Potentially, if we have it, if we have anything. Okay. KubeCon, date protection. Group, deep dive. Okay, that's good. Are there anything else that we want to go over today? Yeah, I think that's probably it, right? All right then. That's it for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you later.
See you.